All right, so I was saying that there is this concept that I explained to us, all of us, that please, if you want to enjoy your marriage, it is very, very, very important that you understand three things, three major things. If you can understand these three major things, you are good to go with your marriage. And that's the plain truth. I know some of us who feel, it doesn't matter and all that, but as far as I'm concerned, I've discovered that it really, really matters. It really, really matters. So what I'm going to do is just to try and see. Last time, I know somebody abused me, but no problem. They abused me that I don't know how to draw, but no problem. So those of us that know how to draw, if anybody see anything today, hey, thank God. What's his name now? Joseph is not around. Because that's the person that will abuse me. Any other person, you are going to be in trouble. So can I continue?
Yes, please.
Okay. So what I want to do now is I want to explain to us something, and I'm going to narrow it down to our main discussion for today. Like I said, if you want to enjoy your marriage and you want to grow in your marriage, most especially what this whole concept of marriage is all about, is based on these three things. I remember there was a time I said that there are the concept of marriage that we all need to understand. That is the marriage itself. Then we have the tools for marriage, and we have the enhancers. The marriage itself, there's a name I call it, but I've forgotten. We have that one, and we have the tools that you need to use to enhance your marriage, or enhance productivity in your marriage and all that. And we have what we call the enhancers. Now, if you understand these three things, it will help us a great deal. Now, when you talk about this, all these clauses and everything we are doing is actually divided into those three areas. So when you talk about the marriage itself, we talk about what is marriage. That's about the concept of marriage, what is marriage, what is courtship, understanding marriage, tools, these things. And then we have some of the tools. That tool is very, very essential. That tool is one, understanding what I want to talk about. Understanding, let me quickly draw it this way. So I'm going to draw concentric circle, and I'll try and name it in a different ways, just for us to understand this. Yeah. So can we all see the diagram?
Yes.
Every other person, can you see it?
Yes, I can.
Yes, it's clear.
Good. So each of them has very, very important things. If you understand these three things, man, forget it. Your marriage is good. And that is the truth. If you have a clearer picture of these three things, then your marriage is good. So the outer part, which is this one, that first circle actually has to do with understanding the characteristics of the gender. Understanding the characteristics of each other's gender. Understanding that men are different, women are different. Men has their period, women has their period. So if you have a better understanding of this, it will reduce friction in your home. So I'm saying here that you understand the characteristics of the gender. So if you have that understanding, you are good to go. Many people fight in this regard. Why? Because they feel this is how all women behave and all that. And the truth there is that they don't understand the uniqueness of being a man or uniqueness of being a woman. Let me explain this a bit, which I think some of us here might have explained this thing before to us. So you being a lady, for example, we're saying now that there, like you said, women go through period, and you know the two periods of a woman, and men go through period. Most women don't know. Abi, Eniola, do you know that men go through that period too? Good afternoon. You're welcome.
Good to see you, sir.
Some people are just coming in. The winch are there. They are here. It's correct. Joseph is come and see.
Sir, did you miss me?
See, the principalities have entered. They want to say hello to you.
Yes,
No, I did not miss you. I just mentioned your name earlier. All right, so let's quickly go on. We have a lot of people here. So, please give me 1 minute.
Hello, everybody.
Volunteer. You know this one. All right, can I go on? Can I
Yes,
go
sir.
on? Nobody's.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir,
You can go on, sir.
Okay. So men go through period, women has their period. Sorry, I need to pause. Okay, so nobody is talking. Are you sure we have people in the class?
Yes, we are. Yes.
Yeah.
You said man has
Ah.
period, so you're trying to understand that.
The men has
You're
their
trying to
period,
understand
men
it.
has their period. Yes.
Okay. All right. So anyway, I will not say much on this. I'm just trying to say that if you understand that men has period, it saves you a lot of things. The women's period is the menstrual period and the ovulation period. Those two periods are very important, and their behavioral pattern and the way they behave differs. Are you there? The way they behave differs, and if you don't understand their characteristics and the behavioral pattern in that period, in the period and their periodic period, you will definitely be angry with them. Yeah. So when a woman is going through her ovulation period, that's the way she behaves. When the woman is like what? It's when they are going through their menstrual period that they behave like a witch. They're always very suspicious. They're always very hungry. They're always edgy and all that. Most men don't know. So if you see a woman and you look at her today and you say, Ruth, I love you. When she's going through ovulation period, she can say to you, I love you. It will make you feel now, when a woman is going through, that's why I said, the way they will react, can you hear me? During those periods are different. Some people during the ovulation period, some people go through some irritations. They don't feel like, and all that. They don't feel like touch. But you still observe that they are still touchy. They don't mind getting across and around the people. But look at the way they behave. Thank God you are ladies here. Look at the way you behave when you are going through. Oh, she's not a lady, she's a girl. I mean, man. All right. So now, when you are going through your menstrual period, you don't feel like coming close. You get angry, you get irritated. And we guys don't understand. Sometimes, even you don't understand yourself. We will feel, let's leave you to yourself, not knowing that to some ladies, that is the time they want you close. Are you with me? So you will feel, even when they are close, you still be angry. But that anger, he still wants you to move close. It's just to affirm your love, to be sure that you are actually in love with them. Yes. He said he confused. Joe is around. So, guys, you will understand the class now. So, are we getting it?
Yes, sir.
What is happening? People are not talking.
You are with you, sir.
Okay.
I get
So
it, sir.
now, you don't reject food, though. You don't reject anything. What are killing? Sorry, they are here, Gary. People that love us better. They have started this is what we do in our class. So when you are coming, please come with refreshments. It's something that is compulsory across board. So it's love feast anytime we come together like this. All right, so Now, understanding that will help you a great deal, so you know how to manage. Some ladies during their ovulation period, you would think they want you close, not knowing that they want you far away, but they are still more acceptable. Okay, like later, yes, I want to. So when they are going through that, understanding that characteristics difference, it helps you. So when they are going through menstrual period, and you say to her, I love you, she will ask you, why? What for? There's something you are hiding from me.
What's going on?
What's going on?
This one that you're
What
loving me.
this one that you're loving me, you know, thank you.
What do you want?
You know, and you guys were wondering,
Can't I love you?
are you saying I cannot love you? Yes.
It's okay, I don't love you, say I know that.
If you say, I don't love you, they will say, you're not romantic. And all that. So you understanding that will help you a great deal in dealing with your partner. Are you with me? Men has their own period also, and the major period of a man is ego. It is very, very important. Understanding that when a man has money, he misbehave. When a man does not have money, he misbehave. Men has some affiliation, emotional attachment to money. And it is a major period of a man. Guys in the house, am I right or right?
Very well.
Very right.
Right, sir. Okay, sir.
Good. So if you have that understanding, you please, ladies need to understand, men are very, very sensitive when it comes to the monetary issue. Either, like I mentioned in one of the classes, if you say that your hair is due, you are just talking and say, my hair is due. What the man is hearing is not that your hair is due, it's money. If you do like this, what the man is thinking is money, that maybe he's not taking care of you. Men has forgotten the fact that one of the characteristics of a woman is that women are wired to talk. When a woman is going through issue, she talks. When a man is going through an issue, he thinks. Do you understand? Those characteristics. So women are wired to be a verbal expression of their emotion. We always say that most women are emotional beings. Understanding these characteristics will help you a great deal in managing that. So that we're going to talk about it in Winning in Marriage, when you talk about understanding the need of a man and understanding the woman, the need of the woman. Now, in the internal circle, the inner circle, there is where we have the characteristics, understanding the characteristics of the gender. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so understanding the characteristics of the gender, of the temperament, sorry. Understand the characteristics of the temperament. This one we are saying here, that inner circle, if you can understand that we all human beings, we are grouped into different personality. Now, the study says that some it's been grouped into 2, and later grouped into 4, and later grouped into 16. And the 16 is the blend of the 4. The 4 is the blend of the 2. So the 2 is either you are extrovert or you are introvert. Now, under extrovert, we have people that are extrovert, which is by the tail and the edge, and we have people that are extrovert. Then we have the introvert and we have the introvert. Now, they gave the name to each of this. Extrovert, that is divided into 2, which are the sanguine and the choleric. The introvert are now divided into 2, which are now the name given to them are melancholy and phlegmatic. Now, the blend of these 4 is what made the 16 that we have. So we are grouped into those 2 things, into those 4 groups, as it were. And some can be the 16, but let's look at the 4, because the 4 is universally, is accepted universally. So if this is your group, there is a characteristic portrait, pattern or traits. So if you are a choleric, this is how most choleric behaves. This is how sanguine, these are their characteristics. So that's what we talk about character development in marriage. And that one actually says that, look, as a woman or as a man, we are all work in progress. This character that you exhibit or your personality that you exhibit is a product of three things. Number one, your significant childhood experience. Number two, your exposure, that's your environment. Are you with me? Then the third one is your upbringing. Are you with me? Your upbringing plays up the personality that you. So if you do the test, which some of us definitely might have done the test, you will definitely see that you have the trace, at least of all the characters in you. So if you say you have this, the only thing there is that we call you based on the ones that have the highest proportion. So you see somebody that is, when you do the test, you see either you're a choleric or you're a sanguine, you always see a particular proportion in that, which means you have all. Now, please understand this. I'm explaining this just to lay a foundation. Sorry, am I recording?
Yes, you are. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I want us to understand this. I'm just laying the foundation here. This, most of the times, is more like the foundational part of my discussion with us each time we are taking this class. So some of us might have listened to this before and over and over and over, but you can never be bored. Are you with me? So now, this part, in fact, each time I want to take this class, I always take this class alone. Just more like the introductory part of the class. So you as a person, although I'm going to expatiate when we take character development in marriage, but your personality plays up because of your upbringing, which is a reflection of what you have heard and what you have seen while you are growing up. That's where the upbringing comes in. And there are some significant emotional experience that you've had. It's very significant because you can never forget. And that means stays on you. All these things that I mentioned is what reflects in what we call your belief system. Your belief system, now, which is a function of the state of your heart, how you interpret what we call the map of your world. So when I say the map of the world, to you, the map of the world to you is different from the map of the world to him, different from the map of the world to her, and the way from the map of the world to him, and what to her and of the one to him and to Ham. Are you with me? So different people have the different map of the world. The way the Oshodi person will greet you will be different from the way a Londoner will greet you. For example, if I say to Joe here, and I say, good morning. Good morning. Joe, there is a rash person. You say, what is this dindering? What is wrong with this person? Are you with me? So you might think that the way that person greeted is the best way to greet. To walk to that person is rubbish. But if I say to Joe, which is his normal, Shaga away, boy, your father, your papa, that kind of greeting. Let me ask you, is it a good greeting or not? To you, it is not.
Based on,
to you,
it's
not.
Based on truth.
You understand? To those, most of us here, other Cubans. Cubans, can you talk where you are?
Yes, Pastor K. Good afternoon,
Okay,
sir.
if I greet you and say, Cuban, father, your father, you are crazy. See this crazy guy, your father. Have I greeted you well or not?
No, sir.
You see, to you, no. But the truth there is that I've given you one of the best greetings ever. Are you with me? Best. Now, there is no wrong answer. There is no right answer. The person in the question is what that actually interprets the answer to that. To you, it may be wrong. To other people, it is right. Life is about interpretation. You don't interpret things the way they are. You interpret things the way you are. So it is who you are that actually interprets circumstances, not what happened actually. Kubaks, yes. You have a question.
Yes, no, just give you an instance to corroborate what you just said. Ronti is there. I remember some time back, we were having a discussion, and then she used the word cranky. She said I was kind of cranky, and it's a word I knew, but I have not used it on anybody. The impression I always have is you use that word for, you know, someone who it's not straightforward or something. And I mean, it was something else, as if I wanted to bring the heavens down on her. Say, I mean, she's unfair. Why would she use that word on me? She's here, she can actually confirm. And, you know, of course she was laughing, and, you know, to her, it was just a word. But then it was very serious, you know. I mean, I said, I can't use that word on someone. And I mean, I felt so, you know, bad that she used the word cranky. I mean, why would she? I mean, she just used the word. You know, so just like you said, when you greet me that way, I mean, it will be strange to me, and I may even feel offended, you know. But I mean, ordinarily, I would want, you know, just the formal greeting kind of, you know, but not the way you put it. Yes, sir. Yeah.
So you now say, now the person that used the word will now be feeling, what did I say? Kilagbe, kilenju. Why? You are too serious. You are too, yeah. It is about interpretation. So we talk about that at length. A lot of people find it very difficult to even comprehend. They say, this guy is rude. He's very, I know. No. Do you understand where the person is coming from? Do you understand? You see, I said something like that the way firstborn behaves will definitely be different from the way the secondborn behaves. So if you look at some homes, some firstborn can be very gentle, but most secondborns are not gentle. Just go check. Now, you just imagine that the map of the world of that person will definitely be different from the map of the world. Why? Because the first one is an experiment. Most firstborn, the parents use them as experiments. Yeah, so sometimes your head is correct, sometimes your head is not correct, and all that. But the second one, they are free. The third is even better. The last is worse. So if you don't understand that, you interpret it. So that's what we did. And these are the things that forms your temperament, your personality, and all that. Now, how can you change your personality? Exposed to different things again. What enters your ears or your eyes need to be altered, need to be influenced. That's why the capacity to change, or you have the capacity to influence change. So the person saying this, it's because the person does not have another adjective to use to qualify what the emotion is. Why? Because it's the vocabulary bank, emotional, and the vocabulary bank is limited. For example, if I ask you, how are you today? You will say, you are good. You will say, you are fine. You say, you are okay. But if I ask you, you say, very well, thank you. If I ask you, really, you will discover that the word I'm good is relative. The word fine is relative, but that was the word that came out of your mind. That does not actually give expression to the emotional state. Is somebody with me? Are you getting something here, this class? Somebody?
Yes, sir.
I can see some people going in and out. I hope you are not missing this class. Please don't miss this class. So if you miss it, I'm not going to come back to this. So this one is very, very, very important. All right, so the one I actually want to focus on is the next one, which has to do with the characteristics, understanding. Don't let me use the characteristics. Let me just use understanding. Understanding your temperament and also understanding your love language. Understanding your love language. So that is very, very important. Now, I said earlier that this these characteristics and all that. It's now divided into all these things now. And I said that we have some people that are sanguine and all that and all that. Okay, so this time around, there is also, you need to understand the love language, and that's what I'm going to be focusing on. You've done a loving, expressing love in marriage. I think you have done everything. Which one and one? I look for it. No, you have it. Okay, so understanding your love language, and listen here. This is where the real deal is. Remember, I said the first one was the outer part, which is general. This is how most women behave. This is how most men behave. The next one is this, how group of people behave. Is now the last one, which is understanding your love language, says this is how you will behave in a particular circumstances. Understanding how you actually want to be loved. Yeah, so are we seeing it? Okay, so get it. So this is how, and every one of us, if you have not done the test, you are going to do it. But some of us that have done it, I'm going to be calling us to let me know, because the test I asked you to do, there is this assessment to know your love language based on the numbers. So you have A, how many A's do you have? How many B's do you have? How many C's do you have? How many D do you have? A represents your word of affirmation, which I will explain. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. Kemi. Aki. Okay. So Kemi, you have your result with you. Do you mind if we use it as a case study, if you don't mind, please?
Okay. Can you just give me a minute?
Man, we can't hear you.
Can you just give me a minute? I want to get it.
Okay, we'll give you a minute, but I think what you are using, the earpiece you are using is far away from your mouth, so we can't hear you clearly. Okay, so let me just continue as you look for it. I'm going to explain it. So this one, we said understanding your love language. Now, before she mentioned it, let me quickly say this. Most of the time, yeah, I use the word love. Love is talking about affection. It's talking about how you want to be appreciated. And what love is to you might be different from what love is to you, a different one. And we all have different color of love. So if I ask all of us, what is the color of love to you? How do you feel loved? Different people will give different ways. Somebody said, like this one. He said, I will be loved. I'll feel loved when you are always supplying all my needs. That is not how she does it. He said, some people said, one of the ways I feel loved, the way Ruth is looking at me, it seems as if that is a major one. If you can, is a supplier. So the supplier, Greg. Correct.
I'm here. I'm here, sir.
Okay, so they say you are going to be the way she will feel loved is when you are a supplier.
That's not said so.
Look at her face. They say you are in trouble. You don't know anything. You don't know what. Don't worry. It's when you are giving the letter. That's what you know what I'm talking about. The list. Somebody say the list. When you get to the list, that's when you understand what we're talking about. Yes, assistant. Hello.
This is Kemi. I have it now.
Okay, so I'll come back to you. Just hold on. You have this. Akin, do you have Akin's own, or Akin has his own? Or okay, good. So we come back to that, please. We use you as a case study.
No, I have
so
mine.
You have what?
I just have mine.
You have yours. Okay, no problem. Akin, do you have yours?
Yes, I have mine, sir.
Okay. Do you mind if we use yours as a case study so that I can explain the whole thing?
Okay, sir, no problem, sir. I don't mind.
Kemi, are we good?
Yes, sir.
Can we use it?
Fine, yes.
All right, good, correct. All right, so, but before we go on to use yours, this is where we're going. Just everybody, open your mind. Have you opened your mind? Can you see? Can you see the love coming? He's doing gish gish or gish gish. Oh, there. All right. Joe, how is it doing you? You open your mind. Correct. All right. So the way everybody wants to be loved need to be understood. We all have different love languages and all that, and you need to. Now, I use the word language. Now, one thing we've observed in all this marriage thing is that most of us don't understand each other's language. So if I come to you and I speak French to you, and you are from Enugu, you only speak your dialect, you don't understand French. And I'm telling you, tell me, what do you think I've said? You don't. Let me speak my language to you. No, let me speak now. I want to speak Itoa. I want to speak my language to you. You understand what I said?
Where?
Where?
I'm using my language to ask you.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I don't understand what you said.
I will explain to you. Let me use another language to you. Now, do you understand what I've said to the three of you?
I don't.
I said the same thing to the three of you. The same.
Different language.
Get that?
The actions again. So him, it was aggressive. Basically, I had back, I couldn't say.
What I said to all of you is, I like you, I like you, I like you. That's all I said. Your father. See, are you getting this? Now, Joe will feel offended with the way I spoke, and the interpretation gives to what I said might be reversed, it might be aggressive, might even come and slap me. Yes.
Let me cite an example.
Okay.
When I was in Kogi State.
Say it so that people can hear you.
When I was in Kogi State, there's this language, Adamio, Otami. In Yoruba, Ada is cutlass. Ota is enemy. Means where's my cutlass? My enemy is coming. But in Okene, it says, Father, that's my friend coming.
So, Damio,
Otamimbo, something like that. So in Yoruba is, where's my cutlass? My enemy is coming. But in Okene is, Father, my friend is coming.
Now, somebody get this now. I want to be sure we are all listening. That's why I stopped sharing. What just happened now is that somebody spoke a language and the other person misinterpreted the language, because what the person said is a different thing that the person heard. That is what this language is all about. So when we are talking about language, we're saying here that there is need for you to communicate to your partner, not your own language, but the language that your partner will understand. And to do that means that you need to go and learn a language or his language to communicate his language to him or her. Do you understand this? But what we do naturally is that we communicate our own language and with our own dialect to that person. And you expect the person to understand.
Sometimes they overstand.
The overstanding, not understanding. Are you getting it? So when you're talking about this love language, this is the critical part of your relationship. Before you now talk about all the tools and all that, if you don't understand each other's language, listen to me, you are going to be having a lot of friction. Because you will do all at your best to make the person feel loved, but the person is not getting it. Why? Because you are not communicating what the person wants to. Do you understand? I will feel loved in a different way. Somebody said, I am praying for my husband that God take everything my husband has. Take his money, take everything. That's the prayer. Are you with me? That's the prayer the person prayed. He said, Pastor, what I'm just praying that God should just even sees his business, sees everything. Maybe by the time he sees everything, he will have time for us. Whereas the husband is always buying gifts, always bringing something home, always buying new car and all that. And the same person is praying and just hope that God will just take everything. Now, that's why I'm saying here, going into marriage, please understand that the way your partner wants to feel loved or want to be loved, you need to understand it. And you don't understand it in a day. You understand it on a daily basis. Because it will be unfolding and it will help. That's why this test is very important. You understand the elementary, at least I have an idea of how the person wants to be loved. You might have been seeing it being displayed, but you feel it doesn't matter. It's just one of those things. Whereas that is how the person wants to be loved. Are you with me? So you see a woman that came some years back, we counseled a friend, and the person called us, PKO. I said, my wife rushed down there because we were having hot argument and all that. And the wife was saying, my husband does not love me. I'm tired of this relationship. My husband does not love me and all that. And the husband was like, Pastor, what do you want me to do? And what exactly do you want me to do? See, come to our room, and showed me the wardrobe and saw different clothing and all that. Said, I bought it for my wife. It shows, look at the shoes, even look at the wardrobe. You can see where my clothes is. The whole wardrobe belongs to my wife. I am using only one side. Even up there, everywhere. Come to the parlor and showed me a key. Said, for her business, I just bought her another car so that she can be using for her business. What again do you want me to do? How many husbands is doing this kind of thing to their wife? My salary, if I get it, I give it out. Just to make her happy and all that. And you know what the woman said? What is he saying? What is he saying? Is it the clothes that I want to eat? Is it the car? What is my business with the car and all that? Is it the car that I married? Hello? And the woman said, he will leave the house from morning. He will not come back in the evening. And then he will now be playing Candy Crush or watching sports. And when he's coming, he's always coming with the landlord and all that. What is my own with the landlord?
Very annoying.
Annie, are you there? Eniola, is Annie there?
I thought it was the any usually mix it up, Pastor.
Okay, if I say Annie, is you. If I say Eniola, is she. So him and she.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so are you getting what I'm saying, Annie?
Loud and clear, yes, sir.
Eniola, are you getting it?
Yes, I am.
So have you done the test?
Yes.
Okay,
What
so you know
about
your
love
love language,
languages?
right? Yeah? So you done the love language test, right?
Yes, we have.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'm trying to interpret everything you've done because we're going to use Kemi and Akin's report so that we can analyze it together. George, Greg, sorry. Are you getting the class? Are you flowing?
Yes, I'm flowing.
Okay, good. Right, so where did I stop, Seth?
Is it like you? Brought nylon. What the hell is nylon from?
So this that is
Nylon
really
one.
so that the guy was literally angry. The lady was literally angry. Now we now discovered that the man, I forgot, don't let me forget this one. They traveled to Dubai with the family. Yeah, they traveled to Dubai. They just came back from Dubai with the family. And yet they were fighting. So the lady was saying, who sent you message? Did I tell you that I want to go to Dubai? You just went there to go and waste your money and you are buying things. What is my business with that one?
You have sense. You have nothing that wasn't feeling good.
That is because the guy was not sensitive to know the language of the woman, how the woman wants to be loved. Now, the man was actually using his own love language to bombard her, and she was irritated. The man is the one that liked gifts.
Mm.
The woman's love language was quality time. And quality time means checking up on her, talking, gisting. The Bible, but not quality time. Are you with me? So the woman's love language is actually different, and the man was not sensitive. So he was spending a lot of money trying to think, what is that? What is that? And that is why this class, you need to understand, and they divided this the languages into 5, the love language into 5. And all of us, any other love language is is in this 5, is grouped into this 5, right? Somebody said, I love money, it's inside this 5. Yes, Craig.
Oh, right, sorry, I need to raise my hand. I asked a question directly to you on the chat. If actually we're talking about the 5 to 7 love languages, or we're doing on self-discovery of our partner's love language, but you just mentioned it now. So that just brought my attention back.
Okay.
So it's fine now. I don't want to drag the class.
Okay. So the focus is we're speaking on expressing love in marriage. So we are looking at each other's love language, how the person wants to be loved. That's why the 5 is 5. 5. Somebody say 5. Let me hear somebody say 5.
5.
I didn't say you should get to me. Just say 5. Don't get car. You do 5. 5. Oh, sorry. 5. I can't hear Kemi say 5. Or I can't hear Akin say 5. I can't hear Ronsi say 5. Somebody say 5.
5.
5.
5.
Okay, good. If you're I didn't hear your voice at all. Okay, I'm hearing your voice now. All right, so now this 5 love languages is very important, and I'm going to take it. I'll be taking it one after the other. But before I take it and explain each of that, we're going to use Kemi's own as an analysis. Now, they have done the tests, and then they have the submission. So out of the 5 tests, the tests you've done, I need a paper. I want to write.
That's okay.
I need a pen. Okay.
Paper is good.
Okay. So, Kemi, are you there?
Sir.
Okay, are you ready for me now? So, want to take your result?
Okay.
All right, so we're going to take them one after the other, and then I will explain to everybody. Okay, so the summation of A, how many do we have there? What is your A?
Summation of A.
Okay, so which means you have not done that. Now, this is what you're supposed to do. After you have done the whole thing, the 30 questions, a bit 30, right?
Yes, 30.
So you're supposed to count the number of A's that you circled.
Okay, yeah, I did it. Let me just check it. I have 5 here.
Okay, and number of B's,
3.
number of C,
Hold on, please.
okay, number of C. I can get ready because I'm going to take yours too.
Okay.
Okay. We're waiting.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I think I have a mix-up here.
Okay. Have you mixed the mixed up now?
I'm sorry. I think there's a mix-up. I just need to.
Okay. Akin, are you there? Okay. Do you have anybody that have done gas so that
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
okay. So have you done yours? Have you done the submission too?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So the total of A, how many?
Five.
A is 5. B,
4.
4. C,
2. 2.
2.
Yes, sir.
1, 2. Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
D,
1.
3, 4, B.
Are you sure?
Yes,
Are you
sir.
sure you're looking at the love language zone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Inko.
6.
So you are wrong. Go. Please go and do it again. The summation of everything is supposed to be 30.
Okay.
Okay. Eniola, have you done yours?
Yes, but I'm trying to find the file because I don't know where I stored it. I'm not so sure.
Any?
Try to check for mine too.
I love you. Yeah. Do you have anybody that have done it? Okay, it seems most of the people have not done theirs.
So,
All right,
Pastor,
so anyway.
Okay, sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
Go on, go on.
Are we to share spouse or ours?
You want to share what?
Are we to share our spouse's love language or ours?
It's the first yours. Do you have yours? Do you have yours, or do you have your partner's own?
I can only see my partner's own. I can't find mine.
Okay, what's the total for the first one? A?
40%.
40.
Am I seeing the right thing? Yeah. 40%, 27%, 17, 10, and 7.
No, it's not percentaged. It's figure. Okay, you did the test.
I did the test, yeah.
Using the link.
Yes.
Okay, using the link, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you have done that. Let me take that. I can still use that one. So A is how many percent?
40%.
Okay. Then B is what?
Oh, no. It's not in B. I mean, B stands for it's actors, like they wrote out the love language.
Okay. So, according to, so they have already agreed it. In the
Yeah,
normal
great.
sense, they are supposed to do it A by B by order.
Okay.
Okay. No problem. I'll send the link to all of us. Kemi, were you able to do the submission?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what do you have? Is everything total to 30?
Yes.
Okay, so let's have yours.
Okay,
A is
so I
what?
have 5 A's,
Mm-hmm.
5 B's,
Mm-hmm.
5 C's,
uh-huh.
10 D's,
Mm-hmm.
5 E's.
The submission here is 25.
25.
I'm supposed to be, supposed to be 30.
5 A's, 5 B's, 5 C's, then 10 D's, and 5 E's.
Okay, so the submission is 25.
Is that 25?
It's 4 5s and 1 10.
Okay, it's 30. Sorry, Jari. So can you see it?
Yes.
Can everybody see this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is Kemi. Kemi, you're going to do it again.
Okay.
You are going, yes, you're going to do it again because this is a confused love language.
Maybe because you did it in a hurry.
Maybe you did it in a hurry.
It's always you do it in a hurry.
I didn't pick them, but I didn't sum them up.
Okay, so go do it again.
Okay. I will.
Okay. All right, so let me just go straight to the class. Let me pick those of us that use the link. I'm going to send the paper on to us so that I can also do it and we relate it with the one they have just done here. Okay, so Annie.
Oh, sorry. I'm muted. Sorry, I'm sure.
Okay, so the one that you have the highest is which one?
Act of service.
What percentage?
40.
Okay, followed by?
Quality time, 27.
Okay. Next one.
Then receiving gifts, 17.
Come and stay beside me. I'll give you the eats that you need.
The next
If you
one.
can stay with your husband. Hold on, no, this lady is staying with the husband. They are not feeling the heat. Come and stay. Auntie, yeah, leave, please. Doesn't mind. Next one.
Words of affirmation, 10%.
And the last one.
Physical touch, 7%.
7.
Yeah.
Okay. This submission is not. Anyway, let's just leave the submission. I just want to use this to explain. Can we all see it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Just as I said, the submission is not, but it's okay. Now, Kemi, can you see it? Akin, can you see it? Kubams, can you say it? Ronti, can you say it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, not so, I hope all of us, we are flowing. Now, when you do your test and you do the summation, please take note. The one that you have the highest, like Kemi's own here, which I said she's going to do it again. This one that I highlighted, she had 10 in art of service. That art of service shows that that is our major love language. So why I said it's a confused one is because the other one is 55555, which means she wants word of affirmation, she wants quality time, she wants gift, she wants touch. So if the guy is doing everything, she'll be confused. Even the guy will be confused. So you now ask, what exactly do you want, Gongosha? I can see your life now.
Now, which are the things with that?
Eh?
Now, which are the things with that?
So it will be like, I won't be able to know which one to focus, which means from what I'm saying here, it means that there are some things that she thinks she wants, but she doesn't really know what she wants as it is, which will make even her confused. So if I say to you today, I love you, you will say tomorrow, I don't want to hear I love you. What I want is, I want you to spend time with me. And if I'm with you, trying to spend time, you'll be telling me, why are you with me? Go to work now. Go and make money and buy something when you are coming.
Are you not going out?
So if you go out and go and buy, he said, when last did you even touch me? Is somebody with me here?
Something like this might actually lead to nag or stuff like that.
Yes, there is tendency for the person to nag and all that, because at that point, the person does not, you as a person, you don't know what the person wants, and the person herself does not know what she actually wants. That is why this love language thing is very, very important. And you really know, you need to know. One thing that is played up in all this, from what Kemi's own says now, is that Kemi wants art of service. That one, she cannot compromise that because she has the highest there. Now, NA also wants art of service because he has that. And we need to understand, I will explain the 5 love languages now, what art of service means and all that. But NA says, I want art of service. It's one thing that when you do to me, I feel happy. His own, don't use sweet words. Don't, it's not, you won't move me. But spend time with me and help me with something. So sweet words does not really mean it. Either you say, you don't sing, I move on, I roll. Are you with me? I wish, Eniola, I can get yours also. Eniola, can you get yours?
Yeah, that's mine. So what Annie read out is actually mine, and I'm looking for his. I don't know, I can't find the email for some reason. But when we took the test, we sent it to each other. So this is mine.
This one is your own.
Yes. I'm looking for Annie's one, and I will send it shortly.
Okay. Oh. So, Annie, can you find your own?
I'm looking. I'm also searching for my.
Okay. Did you send it to me?
Yeah, I know we forwarded. Okay, I'm also checking. Okay. I'm also
okay.
searching.
Sorry. I hope you are all learning something here in this class. Correct, yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes, so I'm actually trying to understand the grading system for Kemi's and Eniola. It's quite different. Now, the love languages for Kemi, is it her love languages or her spouse's love language? And is 30 the highest for each of the love language? For example, for word of affirmation now, for Kemi now, is it supposed to be 5/30 or Or what exactly? I'm trying to
Okay,
get
zero.
the grading system.
Correct. That is why you're in this class.
Mm.
Just flow. Just continue
found
to
Emmy's
flow.
own.
Okay, good,
Okay.
good. So, Craig, that is why you're in this class, and this is your first class. So you are welcome to the club. You will understand as we go by. There is a test. Let me just explain to you. There is a
Okay.
test you're going to do. You're going to run a lot of tests. You're going to run a physical temperament test, mental test. Maybe you are in we're going to do the love language test, the belief system test, and all that. All these things,
Right.
you're going to run the test. So
Okay.
for the love language, I have two major tests. For personality, I have two major tests I asked them to do. For the love language, I have the one that use a software application, and there is the paper one. For the personality, I have the soft copy, that is a text, and then we have the application. The app one is 16 personality tests. Is a different one. But the one that I'm using for all of us professionally and all that is what I've just displayed.
Okay.
So the one Kemi I've done is the one, and then this other one for the app one, I'm going to send it to us all. So I'll send it to both of you to also do the test so that you can have a clear. But the first one is for you to have a clear picture of what your love language is.
Okay.
You understand? So that is why you have two different ones. So the one for Annie is the app test. The one for Kemi is the soft copy result. So, Annie, oh yeah.
Okay, Eniola for any.
Any one of you, if you have any last any zone.
Act of service, 32%. Quality time, 29%. Words of affirmation, 19%.
19.
Yes. Physical touch, 19%. And gift, 0. I'm going to hold this over him for the rest of his life.
I don't believe this one is 0.
Yes, I don't believe it either. So
What
I'm holding on to that.
What it means is that you do, you do not do, doesn't matter as long
Exactly. I mean, different gifts don't really.
That does not mean that you should not do, because if you don't do, it's going to affect you. You know, your own is too high too.
Exactly right.
She understand. So from what you have here, you will see that both of you want out of service. At the end of the day, you discover that this thing will change afterwards. What I'm seeing here, as good as it looks, it will change. It will be altered afterwards, which plays up your personality. And I will explain all these ones. From what I'm seeing here, it shows that if you want to look at it, the analysis of their personality, you discover that Annie has choleric as part of his love personality, and he has melancholy as part of his personality. Now, Eniola. Now, if you look at Annie, from what I'm seeing here, Annie has part of choleric, but it's more of sang than core. And he has phleg as other part of his personality. That one I will explain when we do the personality test, and we'll now look at it if I'm right or right.
Okay.
Sorry, let me be sure. Eniola, have you done the personality test?
Not recently, but I've taken it before. So,
Okay, you have not done it in my class.
No, I haven't.
Okay, the one you have done before, what is your personality?
Melancholic and phlegmatic, I think. Combination of both.
Melancholy, yeah, which I mentioned, and phlegmatic, right?
Yes.
Okay, phleg has quality time in theirs, but quality time, that is why I said Annie's own. The phleg is high, that is why you have the quality time. Then out of service, two people share that out of service majorly, the melancholy and the choleric. The choleric majorly has out of service as part of their love language, as of their personality. Anyway, let's leave that. so that will not confuse us. Some of us that are just hearing this for the first time, let me now break it down. Can I continue?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
I'm breaking it down. Now, when you say somebody's love language is what? Sorry, they've taken lights here, so I want to quickly on the other. Okay, so that by the time this one goes off, we'll switch over to this. In case it goes off, please just watch it. 2 minutes, we'll change to another device or another network. But you can hear me clearly, everybody, right?
Yes, I can.
Yes, I
Sir.
can.
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay. So when you say somebody's love language is word of affirmation, I'm trying to break it down. What it means is that the person appreciates the use of words. They feel love when you say it. They feel love with the way you communicate it by words. Are you with me? So people like that, they want to be affirmed. They want to be appreciated. They want to say it. So don't want this one that you say, the last time I said I love you is when we got married. After that time, when last did you say it? I've never said it. You are already killing the person. And some of the words that come out of your mouth, you say, and you think you are wise, or you are always using words to downgrade the person. You are already killing the person. Because people like that, they want to say, they want to hear this word, you look beautiful, you are fine. Can you help me just straight up or do it anyhow? So that people can say. Can I continue? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Can I continue?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So don't mind me. I don't want you to see my mouth.
He's allowed, sir.
Okay. So people with word of affirmation they will feel loved if at different points you compliment them. People like that, they don't go to the place where they are tolerated. They go to the place where they are celebrated. They want to feel appreciated. They want to hear the word, you are beautiful. They want to hear it, you are nice. If they cut their hair or they make their hair do, these are the people that if you don't say something about it, they feel bad. They put on a cloth. If they don't say something, your clothes is fine. This one, not all the time. You are saying, you look ugly, you are too fat, you are too thin, what are you wearing? See, what is wrong with you? All these words, you are actually killing your partner if that is what you use. This is what your mates are doing. You are already killing your partner. Despite the fact that note this, I said is across board. But there are some people that you say it, you don't say it, they move on. Because that will not drive them. But there are some people that words means a lot. Now, let me give this instance, for example, this instance now. From the result of Eni and Eniola. Eniola.
Sir,
Yes, Aki.
yes, sir.
You want to say something?
I said I have mine already, sir.
Very good. Okay, so let's have yours.
Okay, sir. Age 10.
You said A is what?
10.
10. Okay, next.
Yes, sir. Blissful.
B4.
Yes, sir.
C.
3.
D.
4.
Then E.
9.
9. So his love language is word of affirmation, followed by physical touch. They usually call your love language based on the first highest, the two highest. A word of affirmation and physical touch. This combination, people like this, their combination is naturally sanguine. If they do their test, the combination of these people, they are naturally sanguine. So those are the people that don't go to the place where they are tolerated. Their potential, everything goes to the place where people feel needed. Do you understand? People with this kind of temperament, they feel happy when you make them feel good. You appreciate them, not all the time complaining. People like that, they don't like people that nag. Always complain, always talk, they will run away. People like that. This is the combination of people like that. And the only challenge with these people in this category is that they don't have boundaries. They are the touchy. They'll just be touching all the sisters, touching everybody. They don't know when to stop. They don't know how to. There's nothing wrong now. What's between you and there's nothing. So you have a lot of, they flex. This is my personality too. So I understand what they're talking about. So you see all the girls, and no string attached. Sorry, Kemi.
Sir.
Kemi. So what I've said about you, Aki, am I right or right?
Very right.
Good. So how are you coping, your sister? Hey.
So I'm trying. It's not easy.
First, I didn't get the comment. I was away for a little. Okay.
You said what?
I didn't get the comment. I was offline for something.
God save you. You can listen to the tape. Anyway, so let's go on. I just explained a bit on the word of affirmation. That people with the word of affirmation, they want to feel appreciated, complimented. They want to be complimented. They want to hear it. Don't just say, I love you, I love you. That's you saying it. Say something good. Your eyes is fine. Your nose is fine. They want to hear those social graces. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please. All this. They don't like to be taken for granted. If somebody have that and you are using word against the person, please don't know this. The person will be running away from you. And you now say that the person have other friends or have other secrets that is in the hand of other person that they are not telling me. If you are always nagging to that person that have word of affirmation as a love language, the person will not be telling you things. Is somebody with me? It's good. So that is people with word of affirmation as their love language. Next one.
Increase the volume.
The volume is very, very, very loud. So you increase the volume. All right. Next one is quality time. Somebody that have quality time as his or her love language means that the person wants to be around you. They feel love by attaching value to the time spent with one another. Has nothing to do with physical touch, has nothing. Just being around the person. Somebody getting what I'm saying? And when I use the word quality time, I'm not saying that they have time with the person, but the person wants to be in your world. There are people that want to know what you are doing. Where are you? Have you left? You see, if you are together now and the person's love language is quality time, please take note. You can't spend a day, even 3 hours, and you are not communicating. It is a major problem for that person. Are you with me? So you are going. Now you are spending time together. And these are the people that when they are together, you escorting, they escort themselves and all that. By the time you leave, you just left the house now. You are married, you just left the house now. The person you just called. Hello? And I said, well, I said, no, I just want to know where are you? What's that?
What have been the case where, let me use, for example, I'm the type that needs the quality time. Then my partner probably goes out and I pick my phone. Hey, what's up? Where are you? And the partner is giving me that vibe, not trying to disclose. Yeah, you know, maybe to, you know, whether the person likes it or not, there's this emotions you sense. Yes. When I ask the partner that, maybe I'm asking my husband, hey babe, how far? Where are you now? His response, even if he's calm saying it, but I'll just feel it that he doesn't want to tell me where he is per time. So how do you deal with such? Now, the reason why you called is not that you are interested in where he is. Yeah. You are just interested to be around him, to know what is going on. Yes. But the response, now, we, in some categories, we feel, what's the business? Why are you asking? You understand? But the actual truth is that the person wants to gist. This person wants to be in your world. The person feel that, I'm somewhere, oh, babe, you are missing me and all that. The reason why the person is coming is because the person is actually missing. The love language is, I want to be where my husband is. Anywhere my husband is, I just want to be there, either physically or spiritually or in the witch realm. So psychologically registered in my head that, okay, I know where my husband is. Do you understand?
Pertaining that question, what are the instances the person is not disposed to based on praise?
So say it that, oh, my babe, I'm sorry, I can't say where I am now, but I'll communicate it when I get to another.
You drop a message,
that goes a lot because the person with quality time, they want to just be in your world. Now, note this. There are people that like to talk, people with quality time. There are people that like to, they just want to gist.
Say something.
You just, yes.
Is there also a possibility not getting the response
it's going to affect your love language. It's going to affect you. Definitely. Right? Definitely. It will affect.
So that means the person will just withdraw.
Definitely. Because when you get the response, you are saying, leave me, I want to be in my word. So the person is no longer spending the quality time with you. And people like that, if they have you as your friend, they want to be your friend. And they want to always want to be around you. They can have other friends, but you will matter more than other friends. Do you understand that? Now, let me tell you the downside to it. People that have quality time, anybody that give them time have the tendency to take their heart. Are you with me? Anybody that spend time have the tendency to take their heart if they are not careful. That's just the downside to it. So that is why they would rather prefer to spend time or communicate with the person that will add value, make them feel good, and then they'll continue to gist. Because that is where they get carried away. They gist with people that they feel comfortable with, and they continue to gist without knowing limits. Do you understand? Is somebody getting something here? Good. So yes. That's people with quality time as the love language. So saying to your partner, leave me, I'm busy, and all that, you're already affecting the person. For example, if Eniola is calling Eni, and Eni is saying that, please, I'm busy now, and all that, then 1 hour, 2 hours, there's no communication. It sends negative things because are you saying you don't have my time? Yes. Are you saying other things are more important to you than me? That is the interpretation.
Okay.
And this, so,
sir. Okay, so in such a situation now, can we just pretend to want to gist with them or flow with them, like people that want quality time per se?
Now, when you are busy, let them know that you are busy. They are not mad. They are not, they are concerned about you. But when you are busy, that is part of communication. What is babe, you know what? Joe, sorry, please, I'm busy. You know, I'm busy. You know what? I will. Yes, I will talk to you. Can you give me 2 hours? Or can you give me 3 hours? Now, note this. The person that you told 3 hours,
keep time.
the next 3 hours, even 5 minutes to 3 hours, they will call you.
Can we talk?
So can we talk now?
Yeah, I can do that.
You understand? Because it means a lot. You are their world. People in that world. See, don't say it is women, because yes, we have a lot of men that have that as their thing, but it's across board. Now, when you now have them as their major love language, don't use excuse. Don't say you are busy and you don't have their time, and then you said you are busy 2 o'clock, and then the next time they will hear from you is 9 p.m. They won't feel very happy.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Do you understand? Sorry, somebody getting something in this. George, you want to say something? Greg, why am I saying George?
Sorry, so now to this quality time, I'd like to ask, for example, you have a scenario where you're having a bad day, and in the midst of the bad day, your spouse calls and you're like, sorry, I can't talk now because, you know, you can't even express how the day is going. Not really good, yeah? And you will not be responsible for her having negative thoughts, you know, or she processing different information, because you know you're not even the right frame of mind, and collaborating with this understanding temperament, you know, you are trying to keep calm because of what is going on in the day, and she's talking to you, and you're not just in the right frame of mind to even have any emotional, any talk, anything relationship at that moment. You just want to focus on your day and end the day well. And you're not giving her that attention at that time. Would you say you are responsible for she having some negative thoughts and all that, since you're not in that mood to express with your spouse?
Okay. I will not say yes, I will not say no. The bottom line is communicate your feeling. As long as it's your partner, communicate your feeling. Because she might be able to help you or help you to calm your emotion. Not you taking her as one of those people that is affecting your life, because that is how she will feel or he will feel. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying here. If you are mad and all that, and she communicates, let her know, see, I'm getting hungry now. Please just give me some time. I need to cool down. What happened? What happened? We'll talk later. At that point, you have communicated your emotion. That emotion is sensing to her that she is not the problem, but you are in a bad mood. Because if you say otherwise, she will think that she is a pest to your life. She is disturbing you. And we have the tendency to communicate that.
What if she insists on getting to know what?
No, you can't. That is where understanding, that is where the understanding will now come. He cannot tell you. She cannot tell you. Because the more you are asking, the more it gets angry.
After days, I can answer, what's up?
It might not even be days, but if you respect his board, it will come around saying, guys, if they know that you are a shoulder to lean on, she will come and say, sorry, Daddy, somebody pissed me off.
Yeah.
And you know the worst part of it? Please allow him to talk. Don't, please. Can they on this AC generator? Who offed it? Tell Israel that I'm still here. Please, it's very important. How are you, Balumi? So, you know, what was I saying? They have interjected.
Don't force it, allow the person to.
Allow him to talk.
Please, don't interject. The worst part of it is when you now say you are the cause. If you had not done this, you wouldn't have done this and all that. You have killed him or killed her. Because at that point, what the person needs is a listening ear, not out. Okay, so time to law. All So let's move on. Let's move on. We have other gifts. We have gifts. I said we have other gifts. We have other points. Gift is another love language. This is where your life will never remain the same. Your life will never remain the same. Your partners and your last own is major, 17. Wow. You still do the test again, Sha. Now, this is what it means. This is what it means, really. It means that the person attached material to love. Do you understand? Their love have to be represented with a symbol. So if there is no symbol and you are saying it without any symbol of it, it's not love to them. And that is where money comes in. There must be something that is symbolic, something that they will use as a representation, buying gift and all that. And note this, as your relationship is growing, so shall your gift be growing. So if you are someone that says your husband, you love Pepsi, for example, and so when you are going, you buy Pepsi today, and next week you buy Pepsi, and 2 weeks time you buy Pepsi. She will just call and say, come. Now let the Pepsi they sell for that side. Whereas some people, it is not the gift that matters, it is the thoughts behind it.
Yes.
But people with that have gift as their love language, it's not just the total, it's not only the quantity, also the quality. Because people that have gift also is dangerous. Let me explain now. If you buy chain and you buy silver, if their mind is on gold, say, why did you, I love it, but why did you buy this? This one, I would have preferred gold.
Less than 10% battery.
And I don't come with my, this thing don't die safe. I don't carry the charger. So are we together? So I'm saying here that your partner, you need to understand the.
What are these called? Pepsi.
It's not. Okay, so your partner, as much as yes, the motive behind it means a lot. Yeah, it means a lot. That the quality also means a lot. Are you with me? So people that have that, please note this, there must be something, a symbol. People like that, they may not just need the money, but if you buy them rope, this rope as their gift, they will cherish this rope than any other thing. People can give them car, people can give them anything, but because this one is coming from you, they can be using this one above every other thing. That is somebody that appreciates, that have gift as their love language. So if they don't have anything to say that they can use as symbol of love, they will always ask, you have been married for 5 years, you have never bought anything for me. But he said, I gave you money now, I gave you 20,000 now. What is the symbol? People like that, they want the symbol, something that we use as a symbol of love. Now, so are you hearing me?
Yes.
Now,
yes,
so
yes, sir.
Because from what I'm seeing, Ifeoma, the love language of Ifeoma is this gift. She loves money. Am I right or right?
Very right. Very right.
No, sir. Don't mind this, sir.
I mind him. Okay, let me have you ask. Kubams.
Yes, sir.
Which one is Ronti's zone?
Quality time, sir.
Quality time. Okay. And
receiving gifts.
Okay. All right. So we'll go back to that receiving gifts because I know these are the people that will love gifts. They want the symbol. Let's move away from the symbol. We've talked about the words, use of words. We talk about the timing. We talked about the symbol. Now let's talk about the doing, the act of service. That has to do with the doing. They want to feel loved when you do something for them. That's where service comes in. That is where action, activities comes in. Are you with me? This kind of people, the symbol of love to them is, what exactly are you doing to show that you love me? Can you assist me? Can you help me to cook? Can you help me to wash? Can you help me to do gardening? So they are doing the job. And if you are not there to assist, you don't show love. They are carrying something. You are going to the market and you cannot assist them to buy something from the market. You are not showing love. They feel loved when there is a reflection. They feel that you are doing something. That is how they feel love. Not that you say, I love you, and you're always saying it. Saying does not matter. What action are you putting in place to show that you love? Do you understand? The people like that, they feel that love more when you are doing something. So people like that, if your own is out of service, you can send Africa errand. Naturally, you go and help me do this. The reason why you're saying go and help me do this is because you can do it also. You have the tendency to be able to do it. So you have the tendency to be saying, oh, help me do this, help me do this. When you are coming, go to the market, buy this, carry this, do this. You have the tendency to do that. Note this, they are doing it because they can do it. So people like that, they have the tendency to do their thing without needing assistance, but they feel loved when you come in to assist. Don't say because I can do it. If you do it for them, they'll feel appreciated. So if you don't do it, they will say, you are using me as a slave. Is it because I'm doing it? Yeah. Are you getting it? So they want to feel love when they see that you are also doing something to assist them. That is a reflection of love. Right? Next one. Yes, who is that? Can you give me 20 minutes? Or 10 minutes lights just to charge so that you give me a little energy. Thank you. A brand of animal France. So also a brand of self because of the light. Thank you. So, all right. So any question? No, let's go on. Next one is touch. That's the last one. Touch. Physical touch. This one, feel love by contact. Yeah, they feel love by contact. If there is no contact, they don't feel love. You say you love me, you have not hugged me, you don't feel wanting to be around me, leaning on me and all that. They feel loved when you pat them, you back them. And people like that, if you touch them, eat their bum, eat their hand, give them a peck. All these things means a lot, not just action. Because someone like that, if their own love language is more like that, like any zone now, is there any? No, it's Aki. So the wife will be having baby every year. You know. Now, this is it. The why I say the wife will be having baby every year is because he might just want to hold. But the interpretation for our own love language is doing. So anytime he comes to hold, the only thing is that you just want to come and actually do. So every morning, Aki, we now undo Kemi. Now, Kemi will be running away. Because the interpretation she had to the physical touch is you want to do. But people like that, it's not the doing, it's they want to hug you, they want to peck you, they want to hold you. They don't mind doing anchor with you. They don't mind holding you. This public display of affection is paramount to them. So they can put their picture and put it to the whole world to know that I love my wife and all that. But if you are someone that you don't want your partner to touch you, because the interpretation of that touch means you just want to start romancing and all that, And the person will say, but I draw now. Maybe I just want to hold you. So when the person is with you, the person has the tendency to be pretending, not wanting to hold you. But to other people out there, you just see them because the person is a hugger. He's anointing that. So we'll be hugging everybody, every. So when it comes to you, say, God bless you. God bless you. Are you with me?
Yeah.
So people with physical touch, they want to feel, so touch them, peg them, give them, all these things means a lot because people that have physical touch as a love language, they also love it when you say some things. Are you getting it? Does it make sense?
Yes.
Everybody here, please.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Absolutely.
Joyce.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Not so. Sheil.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Does it make sense? Are we getting it?
Yes, very well.
Yes, sir. Very well, sir.
Okay. So I've explained this 5 love languages, and we're saying that, look, it is not just for you to understand your own. It is for you now to understand your partner's love language and deal with your partner the way your partner want to feel love. Not when she calls and you are saying, are you a monitoring spirit? Yeah. Why are you monitoring my life?
Now waiting.
Now waiting. I say I come. You see, all these things is because you don't understand where the person is coming from. So this love language thing helps a great deal for that will help you to know if the person loves you or not. That's why you hear this word, the person is not romantic. That word is relative. It's not it's something that is romantic. No, it's you romancing the person's love language. My husband is very romantic. What is he doing? He's always helping me to clean the house and all that. Very romantic.
Like, really?
Whereas some people will be walking you. That is not the romantic part of. So it is romancing the person's love language. That is what you mean by being romantic. What is that? Okay, so I think I need to be running off now. Should I take question or I should just give us some tips that you need to work with? Huh?
We'll take the tips.
Okay. You say what?
The tips for building.
I should do the tips. Yes. You don't want to ask question. The question can trigger the tips now. Any question? That is what I'm trying to say. No question.
I had a question, but I think it will be cleared out once we do the personality test. Okay, my question is this. When your predominant love language is in contrast with the person's temperament or who they are, for example, so the old thing you mentioned now about PDA, so public display of affection. For example, in my nature, I really don't like I don't know, even holding hands outdoors. Sometimes I don't like it, and it's not me not trying to show love to the person. It's just against my personality. So how do you manage situations like that when it's just not in your nature to be like that?
Okay, now, the first thing we do, which is part of therapy, and that's what this class is all about, that's why people are paying and all that. Why do you not like the touch, this public display of this thing? There is an issue. You will say, I just don't like it and all that. If you go back, you know that there is something that happened that make you not to really wanting it. Nobody is born with not want to be touched. As long as they carry you, in their hand. Enola?
Yes, I can hear you, sir.
So it is more like a nature. You see, never say never. When we come to character development in marriage, which personality and all that, I'll tell you how the personalities are being built and formed, that we're going to look at it. Why you act the way you do? What are the things? What are the triggers that you have experienced in your life? Some of them, we call it childhood experience. Some of them is adverse childhood became experience. When you became, what are the significant experiences that you had that you can never forget? And these things are triggers. So how can you handle that? So when we do counseling and most especially therapy, we always allow people to go through that and to know where the trigger come from. Craig, yes, you have a lot of questions to do. Man.
So now I want to relate this question to what Eniola said. For a personality thing, it may not, I don't know. Some people have this shy thing in them as a person to be having the PDA in public. Some people are very shy about being mushy in public and all that. Would you now say the person is triggered by some certain things, or it's just a personality? Because some people may just have a natural shy feeling, and doesn't mean that the spouse is being distanced from showing those affections.
What is the meaning of shyness? What triggers shyness? What makes you shy? Why are you shy? Now, all these things are part of the things that, when you talk about, people go through therapy and all that. Why do you say people change from being shy and being very bold and addressing things? There is a pattern change. Do you understand? We have formed in this particular, that is why we said these personality things, we talk about it. They have formed a particular opinion about yourself that make you like that. But what can change that is if you bring yourself out of that environment and put yourself in a particular environment where your shyness is not being fed. For example, you naturally are shy, and you find yourself in the midst of people and you talk and everybody accepted you, you discover that you are building another pattern. You are feeding on another personality that will outweigh your shyness. Are you with me? Naturally, you might be shy, but when you find yourself in that office or in that environment, you just discover that you start talking. Have you been to a place where somebody says, we thought this guy does not usually talk? So he can talk like this. So he can play like this. What made that person come out from his or her shell? Those are the things that the therapy part will actually address. So don't say this is who you are. Don't say I'm shy. Don't say I don't like this and all that. It's because it has been programmed. That's why I said the belief system. Don't worry. If you want more, we can come and pay for that particular session. I will explain it to us. You are doing, this session is focused on marriage. It's premarital counseling. So when we deal with that is the personality change and all that. It's another course, and it's also, you want to come bring 200K, I will take you through the process. Only, sorry, 200K only. Negotiable. Well, when you get there, my direct person and all that. Okay, I did a training on NLP, and these are part of the things, neuro-linguistic programming. Everything about your life is about being programmed. Okay, let me start with psychologists, the behavioral pattern and all that. There are some things that, and there are some tools you can use. These are some of the things we use. I'm a Christian psychologist, as it were, or an NLP, being an NLP practitioner. These are some of the things we put in place that is helping me to understand why you act the way you do. Now, note this, I'm now a Christian that have a better understanding of the scripture. So I'm putting that to change you, because being born again, what it means is that there is a pattern that is now being changed. That's what being born again is. Yes, please. Your one eye is paining you. So, Craig, are you getting this? So you may not like it initially. You may not like it initially, but when somebody that you love, somebody that you believe in, someone that believes in you, hold you the first time, initially, there is what we call conscious resistance. You know, you may not like it. But if this person continue, and habit is being built when you do the same action consistently for 21 days, before you know what's happening, there is a pattern change. Then you see that your system can accommodate it. Are you with me? A woman that gets pregnant, the moment the sperm enters and it starts growing, it's strange. Yeah. So you see their body system still trying to adjust. And after a while, you see that the system has adjusted. Then the growth now continues. You now get to another stage, that the whole system now, because it has moved from one stage to another. That's why you see the first 3 months, the body is adjusting to the new intake. What happens after that 3 months? The same body is adjusting, but a system has accommodated the strange thing in their body. That is a pattern change. Are you with me? So these are the things that bring about all these changes that we talk about. So like I said, never say never. There are so many things here that we can learn, but I'm not focusing. All these ones I'm telling you are all professional discussion that I've had with us this afternoon, for you to understand one area of your behavior. So when we are dealing with addiction, that is behavioral pattern change that we talk about. We deal with addiction is a different programming that will, and I will take you through another programming. Somebody want to go through unforgiveness and all that, maybe hatred and all that. You have to go through this therapy. So when you see somebody going through therapy, you think maybe because the person is having mental problems. No, it means so many things, so many things. So that is why you see now we have a lot of health people coming on board now. We have a lot of us now on board. And anytime we go for a session, it's a paid session. People are collecting as high for one session. They are collecting as high for just one session, 50K for one hour session, 50K. Because the thing that you are going to learn, just like the way you are looking at me, everybody saying preaching, somebody saying doing and all that, is opening your eyes to see that, look, there is hope for me. This thing, you pay us to help you discover you.
You pay me to allow you to discover me.
You know, so anyway, these are some of the things that like this session, my class avail you. If I'm just counseling, because they're different. I do a lot of therapy when I'm to counseling, because that's my own area of expertise. So I can just take you a class, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, I'm through. That is the actual one that you are paid for. But I go extra mile to give you elaborate information so that when you know it, even if you find yourself around that, you know how to make some adjustment, because there is a program that's been registered in your mind. When you go through it, you become a better person. Now, the tips quickly. Number 1, express your love in words. Number 1. I'm talking about the tips. Hey, you have used all my energy. You still want me to continue talking. Number 1, express your love in words. Say it.
Okay.
Are you with me? Say it. Number 2, use social graces. Learn the use of social grace. What do I mean by that? The word social grace is a way of either responsive love, meaning use the word thank you, I'm sorry, please. Those are social grace. Use it. Because they give you food does not mean that it's your right, despite the fact that you paid for that food. Say, I am. Thank you.
Excuse me, sweet.
After you have eaten it. Say thank you. When you have sex together, say thank you. Say please. Say I'm sorry. Please. Saying sorry does not mean it's just an admission of guilt. It's an icebreaker and all that. But the word social grace is putting the emotion of the person above your own emotion. Are you getting it? So use a lot of social graces. Number 2, or number 3. Number 3, domestic help. Give domestic assistance. Learn to assist one another, especially at home. It's always very nice when you're assisting her in the kitchen. 2 things happen in the kitchen when you can assist very well. It's either you become fat or you become hallelujah. When you are married, action happen. So go there in the kitchen and you are assisting. You can be tasting, sweet do and all these things, fried meat and all that.
What if you are tasting and they're chasing you away?
Yeah, they will chase you away because you are.
They still want you to stay. They're actually chasing you inside. You not eat much meat.
Are with me?
Finish all the meat.
Yeah. Not this so. This of them that are saying they finish all the meat. They too, they are tasting when they are eating. Are you with me? So please, let's give domestic assistance in as it were. Next point, please, which is very important. Yeah. PDA, public display of affection. Is very important. Don't say, I find it difficult to. Your partner will like it. You do it. Change that pattern. Change the orientation. See, some people say that I don't know engineering. I can't do engineering work. It's because you have not found yourself in that environment. Do you understand? I don't know how to carry it. I don't know. It's because you have not found yourself in that environment. You will do it with joy without you knowing that you are doing it. That is what this thing happens. A pattern has changed. Are you with me? So try as much as possible. Once in a while, hold. Don't you come and try and hold me. And me, I love public display. You love it, and then you're not saying, stay on your own now. Why you kidding? You have already killed the person without you knowing. So once in a while, hold, and you remove your hand. Hold. It is practice. You continue like that before you know what's happening. It becomes an habit. You will now do it naturally without you knowing. That is how pregnancy is. You resist the pregnancy when you are pregnant. In fact, you are angry with yourself. Are you with me? You are angry. You are not, but it helps a great deal. Good. So next one, open communication without feeling of rejection. In other words, what you don't want, you don't watch. Say your mind and say it in love. Don't be afraid of intimidation. Note that you are marrying your friend. I'm the husband. I'm this thing, I beg you. Say your mind. No, don't allow any form of it. Women, they have a way of intimidating us. Yeah, say, and you are now afraid of saying your mind. Okay, don't worry, I'm okay.
By the time you think your life,
in conflict resolution, we say that don't hide, don't run away from conflict.
Yeah. I think that conflict is not something very well.
Some people are running, a lot of people are running away.
The more conflict.
Yeah. So please note this. Next one, give till. Don't say because they said that it's not somebody's gift love language is 0.
Doesn't mean
doesn't mean that the person does not want gift. Everybody wants gifts. Everybody. So everybody say everybody. Everybody. So please give gifts. I beg you. Don't say. Note this, that the third value attached to that gift is what sometimes people know. You see, even me, I love gifts, but it's not my primary. I have some gift that there's one like that. I had the gift for almost 8-9 years. It's a wristwatch given to me by a special person. I kept the wristwatch. On my birthday, people when they give me something, do you know what? I sit down with Facebook or my WhatsApp. I read all the messages, and I say, and I feel blessed having those comments than the gift.
Nice words.
Word of affirmation. Do you understand? I feel loved. I feel it when I say than the gift. The gift now, 8 years. In fact, I brought on it, discovered that the watch, the battery is no longer working. And when I look at the gift, first time I look at it and say, this is very fine, very heavy. So they brought it from, to me, because it's not, I think it's number 4, number last one. But that they gave me that gift is the thought I attached to it that matters. Now I love gifts very well, especially money. Amen.
Amen.
And that money is as a result of a need. Somebody came to me today and was thanking me for what I did maybe 3-4 years ago. And what did I do? They gave me a gift, and the gift was cash gift. At that point, I think it was my birthday or so. So some of my friends, they just wanted to surprise me. So they said, okay, let them give me a gift. So they contributed and gave me the gift. It was cash gift. As they were bringing the cash gift, somebody walked up to me and said, they've sent me out of my house. That I should pack my things, they want to, and all that. I need to get accommodation. How much do you need? Mention the amount. It was that gift. And that gift, the reason why they gave me the gift was because I need to pay my children's school fees. They knew. I just packed the money. And I gave the guy. I said to you, family, all that. The person I gave the gift to, those people that I contributed knew about his case. So when he now told them, they were shocked that I gave, because at that point I was in a dear need. So it was a sacrifice. Well, I was also almost crying today that you don't know what I did today. So you can never forget. In fact, my story cannot be complete. Things are changing now. Thank God, everything is better now. So if you have given me gifts, and you think that one, you see, that's what I'm trying to say. I can give. I don't have any problem with giving people and all that. But my own symbol is, that's why I say you are looking beautiful. Have you heard me say your wife is fine today, or come and hug me, and come on? You will know that naturally, that is my natural. I say, I compliment people, I make people feel comfortable and all that. Why? It's my natural gift. However, please, the value of that gift is what makes me feel that you actually love me, not actually the gift. The thought behind it is what I value more. Because some of the thought is what you write in your texts and all that. Okay, so next one, please celebrate each other's moment of happiness. Don't be threatened by, so your wife got promotion, you are not. When she gets promoted, be very happy, which means it's more money. Either it's our money or our money. Just be happy that you have money. Hey. Just be happy that things are moving, which means you have a place to go and borrow money.
Never pay.
That you can pay, but you know that you will not be under pressure. Are you with me?
Yes.
Don't be threatened that your wife is not being promoted, she has money and all that. Be happy. Your husband is promoted, be happy. You are not meant to be competing with one another. You are meant to complete or complement one another. I think I've said a lot to do. Last thing I'll say here is, please throw occasional surprises, and please learn to appease the gods. Not to appease the gods. Okay, peace offering. You have offended your partner. So you need to give peace offering. After he has forgiven and all that, don't just say, hey, I forget. No, sometimes exchange, buy occasional gift just to appease the God. This will strengthen your marriage. You know, we are forgiving one another. Look for something, something that I like. Just, sometimes the person will attach those things to it. Say, my husband loves me. See what's it. So be offending me more so that when you forgive, you appease the God. And the more that is done, it turns into fun. It fosters and strengthens your relationship.
I think there won't be this kind of memory attached, this kind of
bad experiences attached to it. Yes.
Something sweet at the end of.
Yes. Appease the gods. Should I just mention one more? Be in each other's word. That is, write a poem, a love note. It's already a poem, a love note. When your partner is going out, put it in his pocket and all that, or put it on the mirror. Just say, you are my word, I love you, or send a text and all that. Let it be that you are appreciating the person, not all the time. Please, when you are coming, don't forget to buy orange. Don't
buy bread.
Buy bread.
Accept Jesus.
Accept Jesus. Anyway, so all these things are very, very important. With this, you are actually expressing love in your marriage. This viewpoint of mine, I hope I've been able to confuse you in this class. Any question? Any question? I need to go. No, so Kemi, Aki, any question?
Okay, none from me, sir.
Okay. Kemi. Aki.
None, sir.
Okay. Joyce.
No question, sir.
Eniola.
No question, sir.
Any.
No question, sir.
Roti.
No question, sir.
Okay, so I want to believe that everybody, we all had a very wonderful time. Okay, sorry. Ruth, any question? Okay, everybody, you are cool. All right, thank you very much. So hopefully we'll meet next week, right?
Then the link for us to.
Yes, I'm going to send the link to everybody again.
Okay.
And I'll also add you to the group so that you can also be having the feel of the class and the information. So guys, I say a big thank you. I want to believe that we all have a very wonderful time, right? Hope to see you next week, right?